I want to talk to you about thinking of a van as being the world's largest or a very large utility belt. Like we remember utility belt from Batman, just had everything he needed on him, sort of like, or another version might be like Go-Go Gadget, kind of like you have what you need right there. And anyway, as I've been doing some upgrades here in the van, making it into like more of a utility belt type thing situation, while I've been staying in my dad's camper, which is there. But I'm in this van here, right in my van right now, and I got his fan there blowing in using his shore power, and that's actually keeping it pretty cool in here. I mean, as far as like it's maybe only about 4 or 5 degrees above the outside temperature, even though I'm directly in the sun with no shade at all. So that kind of shows me that if I could get a fan that maybe some kind of DC fan that would move about the same amount of air, cubic feet per minute as that fan, that maybe is letting me know that I could probably, keep this thing fairly cool in the summer, So anyway, Charlie's sitting here. He's kind of happy there. But anyway, yeah, so the concept of a van as a utility belt. And basically the idea is one of the ideas I'm having for my van above all others is ease of access. Things of just where everything's really easy to get to, and hopefully you can get to it in like 3 seconds or less. That might be an exaggeration, but anyway, the stuff that you need on a daily basis that you need and everything that's for whether it's keeping clean, food preparation, maybe minor tools, not like power tools or something, just where everything's real easy to get to. That's the goal to work toward. And so what I've been doing mostly right now is expanding on what I had done before, which is kind of making all these little pouches on my wooden wall here. So you can see I had done some stuff like this before. Okay, so right now I have an electric shaver here, which I hope I could find. I kind of lost the head to that. I hope I could find that. And then have screwdriver, toothbrush, scissors, some vice grips, a fork, and I'm going to put like a spoon in there later. But basically the idea would be just to use the same fork or spoon each time, clean it off. Probably like with alcohol, would be the best, easiest way. Which the alcohol spray I have there in the corner, and some napkins up there. Maybe using the Will Prowse method of cleaning dishes. Anyway, can opener, antacid. This is actually it's a vitamin bottle, but actually what I have in there is actually a mixture of vitamins and acetaminophen. So just kind of like either one of those. I kind of wanted to get into taking vitamins, but I haven't really been doing that. But anyway, I do have that. But acetaminophen, that's some kind of pain pills. Deodorant, Listerine. This is a Bluetooth speaker here, which I could take out to and some off. That's just my thing for like my turn on my lights. And then I got some baby wipes, soap, and then brush, some little shaving cream, toothpaste, a mirror. I need to find a smaller mirror. That thing's way too big to what's useful. It's taking up way too much room. This thing is kind of has a unique purpose. What this thing does is actually I have my little water thing in kind of like a weird spot here. This is my water, but it's kind of hard to actually get your hand in there. So what I do is actually kind of like, I put this in here, then I kind of and then I can kind of press my finger here and to get the water to flow, and I didn't have it cut out. Anyway, and I have I had like some stuff like some sweetener and some stuff, but actually I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put stuff like some sweetener and some of these drink type things and stuff, basically stuff for making maybe some little coffee packets or something. I want to find a way to making coffee easy in here, but anyway, and then I do have this is my cup here, kind of my trusty all-purpose cup. This spray here, so right now this spray is like water, which actually I was sitting here, I was kind of like just doing this. It actually was kind of like getting on me a little bit and just kind of cooling me down, especially with that fan blowing. Especially I think sometimes maybe I don't sweat as much as I should, and it kind of like, so it's anyway. Oh, behind here, by the way, you can't really see it, but I have like this little box that has like first aid, like Band-Aids and stuff. I got the brush there. Brush and pan. I have my temperature gauge, and then I got compass, some sunscreen, fire extinguisher, binoculars, Okay, this is actually alcohol, because I gotta remember to close this, because one problem is if you don't keep this closed, alcohol evaporates so quickly that it's gonna start, like, you know, it's gonna all be gone in no time. And then paper towels up there. Here's my microwave, but okay, we're not even talking about that right now. Okay, I got this, that's my kettle up there for boiling water. And yeah, I guess that's about it right now. I'm gonna be adding some more. Oh, one thing I did do is I also have like this toiletry bag, and this is one example of, usually when you're doing van stuff, you don't really want to duplicate, like have the same stuff in 2 bags. But the thing is, though, you need to kind of like have kind of like a way of kind of staying clean, maybe within the van, but also have a way, like if you want to take a shower, you just need to pick this up and go. You can't really go and collect this. So yeah, so a big part of this was just like, the idea was just to not lose stuff, to have stuff always be like in the same spot every time, and have stuff, and then maybe you can kind of see when there's like a slot missing and know like, hey, something's missing. Although, so that's maybe the danger of using like more than, oh, screwdriver. That's maybe the danger of using more than one thing. But anyway, yeah, the idea was just have things be real easy to get to. You know, the easier you can make it, the better. Because it's just, you know, let's face it, we're lazy, and I find that, you know, or, you know, maybe I am. On the road, I'm just gonna like, you know, if it's not super easy, if it takes me like 5 minutes to find my toothbrush, then maybe I'm not going to be using it that often or something. And, you know, so it's got to be really easy. And I think it's too, just like, I get kind of like a feeling of kind of like a, I guess you might call it almost like sometimes a panic attack, or maybe a little bit just like feeling really stressed, you know, if all of a sudden it's like, oh, I can't find something, or, you know, it's like, or if everything feels really cluttered or something. I mean, I don't know. So yeah, this might look kind of tacky, I'm sure, and everything, having this, you know, this light on, okay, having this stuff on the wall. But in a van, in this type situation, okay, and maybe this isn't even true for every van for it to be like this, but when you're dealing with this small of a space, a minivan, I think especially it becomes important to do stuff like this, because you don't really have room to do stuff like drawers and stuff like that. And anyway, so I just think it's really important. But maybe even like in a bigger one, you could do something like this. And then just because I think in van, more than like looks and, you know, what the color of the wood looks like. And I mean, I've seen some people like do these van builds, and they're like, you know, they get done with this thing, oh man, I don't know, this wood looks kind of stained or something. It's like, it's a van. This isn't like, you know, your mobile home, like, you know, impress people and like, you know, hey, look at my $5,000 sofa that I never sit on. I mean, it's like, it's supposed to be utilitarian, you know, so it's like, you know, I don't know. But I mean, yeah, so I think to me it is about one of the very, very, if not the top thing, maybe one of the very top things is to have everything be that you need, that's useful, be very accessible, very easy to get to, and you know exactly where it is each time, you know. So maybe, you know, in some ways it's, and then one thing about, you know, okay, I'm not living in a van full time, but I'm doing it enough just to get a little bit of experience. But one thing about like people who do like the van, or, you know, when you're going around with your van, is if you have a lot of stuff that you need and it's always with you, so you don't really ever have that kind of like feeling of like, oh man, I left something at home. And, you know, because after a while possessions do become like, you know, more of a burden, you know, than a blessing. So, you know, but anyway, so yeah, that's, my van is the world's largest utility belt. And, you know, as I'm going to try to add more, today's Tuesday, I got to leave on Thursday. I kind of wish I had more time to do some more stuff to the van, but it's kind of like I'm trying to time things to be up in Washington, D.C. area, like by the weekend, to meet my friend Patrick. And anyway, so it's kind of like, you know, and plus, you know, it's already getting kind of late, and it's just going to keep getting hotter and hotter. I don't really have like a good fan system set up yet. You know, I got this one fan that's coming tomorrow, which hopefully with this other DC fan, maybe it'll kind of be okay, but it's still going to be kind of tough not having a really good like fan in here, like a, you know, something like a fantastic fan, something that can really just move a massive amount of air through here. But anyway, so yeah, ease of access, you know, everything is within arm's reach, everything's easy to find, you always know where everything is. Well, I'm not saying all that is true, but that's the goal. That's what would reduce stress and make the whole van thing much better. It's like having a giant utility belt, maybe like an interdimensional one or something, maybe like Mary Poppins. You had like this box, like a Mary Poppins box, and you could always like reach in there and get like whatever you want, you know, some type of, you know, that's what it would be the ideal we'd strive for. So like Mary Poppins would have been a very good van dweller, right? You know, she could have just had one little box and she just reach in there and get whatever she wants at any time. So anyway, just my thought.